And welcome back, Sarah Lesho, the president of the King of Arms Neighborhood Association, joining us once again, along with Dan Thino, the chairman of the Green Bay Neighborhood Leadership Council. Dan, there's a process by which you recruit people like this young lady. How did you find her? and what were the qualifications that you were looking for to make her the leader of one of the neighborhoods?
Well, let me state it this way. Most of the time, we find people in the community that want to do something productive in helping their neighborhoods. And a lot of people like Sarah come forth and volunteer. That's the key. In forming our neighborhood associations, when we start out, we actually send an invitation to every house in a proposed neighborhood association. And that invitation is to come in, talk about neighborhood associations, talk about what type of things that people would like to see happen in their neighborhoods. And then the people that come to these meetings, these initial meetings, they are the ones that elect their leadership. It's totally from the bottom up, not the top down. And we are there to assist. Will Peters is at City Hall to assist. The Green Bay Neighborhood Leadership Council is there to assist. But really, each neighborhood association kind of puts together their program of work that they want to do, and it's their responsibility to elect their local leadership. We don't dictate that. It comes from the bottom up.
So Sarah, you got the notification from Dan, you went to a meeting. What was the trigger for you? Why did you say, I'm going to be a leader of one of these associations?
It started with just wanting to get to know my neighbors.
Okay.
And just, it was a new, we moved from De Pere to Green Bay, and it was just a new area. I wasn't familiar with it, so I like to learn. So it was a learning experience and just understanding and getting to know our neighbors. And then learning about the GBNLC, it really turned into wanting to help, wanting to make my neighborhood the best it could be. For myself, my family, and everybody else that lives there, and then being a part, just a small part of this bigger picture, you can't help but want to get involved and want the best for everybody in Green Bay.
So Dan, you have openings. How do you get the word out for people to come fill these positions like Sarah did?
Well, again, we try to have people at the local level do the legwork. In my neighborhood association of Oak Grove on the east side, we are constantly recruiting people to become involved in committees of our neighborhood, and through the committee development of leadership, we get people that are interested in serving on our board of directors. And it's something that we're really proud of, that we have people out there that are willing to devote their time and energies to improve their local neighborhoods. And we have some great people out there that are helping build the neighborhoods throughout the city of Green Bay. We're very proud of that.
Now, is there any cost involved here for anybody who wants to join, wants to serve?
No, if you live in an area covered by a neighborhood association, there is no dues, there's no fees to be involved. You simply show up and participate in the events and the activities of your neighborhood. But none of the volunteers receive any financial remuneration, and all of the people are volunteers in helping their community build a better community here in Green Bay.
In the minute or so I've got left, what do people out there need to know about the Green Bay Leadership Council?
The Green Bay Neighborhood Leadership Council is here to provide leadership training, financial assistance, and technical assistance to all of the neighborhood associations in the city of Green Bay. We will not dictate to the local neighborhood associations what they need to do, but we will provide help for whatever they envision as their needs in their local neighborhood associations to provide a building of good neighborhood associations throughout the city.
All right, Dan, we thank you. Sarah, thank you. Will, over there, we thank you. And if you have a newsmaker in your town who you think ought to be on this program, let us know about it. Send us an email at tips@wearegreenbay.com, or you can message us on Facebook. And be sure to join us once again Sunday morning at 7:30. Until then, have a great day.